Well, hey everybody, Martika here with Martika J Makes. Welcome to my channel. So, you guys, I'm telling you, it pays to check your patterns. It pays to check your fabric, okay? And I'm going to tell you more about that in just a moment. So stay tuned. All right, so what am I talking about here? I am talking about having to do a quick pivot when you plan to make something, but it doesn't quite work out. So if you're new here, welcome, you guys. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just stay tuned because in a previous video last month, when I was talking about my sewing plans, I was talking about a lounging set that I was putting together to make with this beautiful rib knit fabric, you guys. Let me show that to you. This is just a remnant that I have of the fabric itself because I am wearing part of it. So if you remember, I had said that out of that fabric, I was going to make like a lounging set. I had went to my Pinterest and I was getting some ideas because I'm just kind of in lounging mode right now. Okay. But not just like just being comfortable around the house, but if I have to leave the house to run an errand, or if I need to go to the grocery store, do some shopping, or go to my mom's house or sister's house or something like that, or my daughter's home and just hang out, I can do that. I can still go out in public in what I have on by throwing on some tennis shoes or some sandals. Okay, so recap. I was going to do these bottoms of Simplicity 9857. I was going to do those pants. Okay. And then I was also going to do the top view A of McCall's 7839 right there. Okay. I was going to do that drop shoulder, drop sleeve view right there. That's what I wanted. Well, that didn't quite work out. And the reason being is because for the fabric, I had enough yardage. I did not have enough width. Now, this fabric I bought at Walmart, and it was like, one of the rolls of the fabric remnant that you all always hear me talking about. And I didn't think that it might have been cut up the side, or anything like that, because it did have, the selvage edge to it, or it may have been originally shorter, but I believe that it had already been pre-cut, up the selvage side. So it did not give me enough width to make enough fabric to do both pieces. It was either one or the other. Now, the other issue was that I said, okay, I have another pattern that I could probably make work for the pants, that's not, the straighter, wider leg, something I can taper in. However, when I went to do the top, you guys, I have had this pattern for some years now, and I have purchased this at the time with in the large, extra large, and double XL. Now that was during the time when I had more weight on me, before I had my weight loss. And of course, you do go by the bust measurement and all of that. However, the bust measurement is not on the back of this pattern. Okay. So when that happens, what I have to do is go into the pattern itself, literally take this and carefully unfold it in the store to find the front piece, usually the front piece, to find the bust measurements. I didn't think to do that before actually cutting into this pattern, or I could have just went and exchanged it, but I went on ahead and cut it, not realizing what was going on. So when I looked at the bust measurement itself, actually, no, take that back. I did not cut it. I just cut the pieces. However, I'm not going to return it to the store like that. I didn't cut out the size. Then I looked and saw that the bust measurements were way too big in that pattern. So I have to go and get the small, medium, large envelope if I want to make that pattern. That didn't work out because of the pattern pieces. So that's what I mean when I say check your fabrics, check your patterns, because make sure that you have your right size pattern, especially if you have lost or gained weight, because if you pre-bought that pattern already, you may have to change up the size on it. Don't know. Could I have graded that in? Yeah, but you guys, the inches were so different. I would have had to grade that thing in 5 inches. I was not doing that, especially when I can go to a McCall sale at Joann's and just pick up the other pattern for $1.99. I'm not doing any grading in 5 inches and then praying that it fits. Not doing that. So I said, well, I still got this fabric. I really, really want to make something with it because I just love the color of it. I love the feel of it. And it's just really comfortable to wear. It's very soft, all that good stuff. So I said, what could I make? You guys, I busted out my Simplicity 9740, Miss Mimi G. She did not fail me. And I did view A, the shorter view right here. And you will see my photos come up. This is actually, it looks like hers is like a wider rib knit than what mine is maybe, but it's very similar. It's similar. And so, yeah, I said, let me go ahead and do it because I have made this once before. The knit that I used, it wasn't really the right knit to use for it. It wasn't like, it didn't have that extra weight or puffiness to it like a rib knit does. So it fit okay. And I didn't like the feel of it either, but it was just, something I wasn't attached to. So I got rid of that. But in this dress, I did do some, turning of the corners in this dress with this particular pattern. I cut let me just tell you like this. For the bust, I was a size 14 and I graded it out a little bit because I needed that extra half to get the 39 and a half. In the waist, I'm a 34 and a half. Well, that took me down to a size 10 in the waist. And then in the hip area, I'm more of like a 38, but this dress does have room in it. So I went with the 12 area in there. So I did, a lot of grading, some grading in and out with this, by just following the actual lines to the pattern. So that worked out easy because this dress is a straight line dress pretty much. It does call for stretch knits only, such as double knit, interlock, jersey, lightweight ponte. And then as you can see, you can do it, your rib knits. So just check your knits. The sewing for this is average. So this is not like a beginner pattern. As simple as it looks, you have a placket in there. And you guys, just like I did the first time when I made this, I kind of fought with this placket a little bit. I've got to get a little better at my plackets, but it wasn't terrible. And you can see that, in the photos that I'm showing you, you may be able to see, you may not be able to see it, but yeah, it's still wearable, most definitely. The notions that's needed for this dress, you guys, is none. You need no notions. You do need interfacing, and that's more so for the collar. If you want to do the placket and if you want to follow the sew along that Mimi G has, I noticed that she did do interfacing in her placket. I did not, but I could see why, especially if your knit is a little bit flimsier, you could add some stability, in the placket area for that. What else can I say about this pattern? You guys, it's a great one to have. Like I said, it's rated average. All of the other pieces to this is very easy. There was only the front, the back, and the sleeves is attached to it's a whole, so there's no separate sleeves to this. All right, that's another thing that I love about this. And then of course you had your collar and then you had your plackets. That's pretty much the only pieces you have to cut out, and that's for both of these views. It's just that one is longer than the other. But yeah, I could put this dress on like with some wedges, or I can put this dress on with some sneakers, and I could just do this. I could put it on with some flip-flops, some sandals. It's a very versatile dress. And that's what I really, really like about it. So if you don't have Simplicity 9740, that is definitely one you want to have because it's a great fallback pattern because, oh, the yardage that's needed for this and the reason why I went with this, you guys, I only needed 1.5 yards of fabric. So this dress took less than 2 yards of fabric. And if I wanted to make the longer one, you guys, it only takes 2 1/8 yards of fabric, just a touch over 2 yards. And for me, it would probably be 2 yards because I would probably need to shorten it a little bit. So yeah, I mean, great pattern to have. Does not, if you're looking for a stash buster and you have like quite a few knits in your stash, grab this one, okay? Grab it, all right? Did it come out looking like the pattern itself? I think it did. I think it did. Like I said, I just had my little fight with the placket, but that's going to work itself out with time. I'm not even going to stress over that. I'm going to wear this dress and I'm going to have a good time doing it. So yeah, that's about all that I have for you. And a double check on the dress for my Make 9. I made 2 dresses instead of my loungewear. But stay tuned because it's going to be coming up, all right? I got to get me some loungewear in there. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you have made this dress before and if you have the same issues with the placket that I did with kind of like, you know, the pulling when you go to flip it to the other side. Let me know if you fight with plackets as well. Before I forget, the other thing, one more thing, you guys, the hem part of it. I hem this dress, and with me and knits, I have tried so many different ways, and I always get like that buckling, and I hate that. I've done like zigzag. I don't know I'm just gonna have to mess around with that some more. The way that I get my hems really, really straight. Let me see if I got it down here. I do. You guys, back in the day, my mom called this iron-in hem, but it's also called stitch witchery. It's also called fusible web tape. I got this at Hobby Lobby a while back. It's a wonder wash. It is machine safe, so you can wash it. Don't have to worry about your hem falling out. And I just press this into the hem. Okay, and that's really how I get my hems, my knit hems in, just really smooth with no buckling or anything like that. So if I ever fear that I'm going to have some buckling within my hem, I will just grab this. Now, some people also may do this and then do like stitching on top of that too as well. I have not ever tried that before, but maybe on a scrap piece, I will try it and see how that works. So if you have any tips on how to keep hem in the knits, in your knit fabrics from buckling when you stitch it, give me some ideas. If you say zigzag, give me some stitch lengths and intention and all that good stuff too, because I have done all kind of moving parts and I still get, even if it seems flat, it still seems to give me like somewhat of a buckle. Just even if it's a smooth buckle, I just don't like that. I want my stuff to be smooth. So yeah, that's about it. I didn't want to leave that out. So thanks for watching, you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great one. Bye-bye.